Back live. Back live. Back. Back. No, I'm on a new live.
You gotta send the links again.
Yep. YouTube live. This is a travesty.
You gotta. I told you to test it out.
No, it's just my mic got unplugged.
Oh, swing it around. You put new live. Mic went out. That's a little better here. So it's so funny. No, es mañana.
Lifeline, 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 lifeline.
She says.
Huh?
She says she can hear now.
Hey, back and I'm better. Won't you man as ever? You know what? While I'm at it, how about we go over to the trusty Twitter? Twitter. Let me get a sip of this. All right, tweet. Boom. It's up. Tweet is up. The tweet is up.
You're tweeting the live?
I just tweeted out the link to my thing. I'm really surprised. One of the things I am surprised about is my profile, right? 55 followers. Now, I am following 742 people. So, in terms of ratio, not the best. Not really the best, but I had another one where I had a bunch of people I went to high school with, but started getting into fights and had to switch over to more like sports focused, where I wasn't talking so much pop culture and all that kind of stuff, you know? But I mean, as we get back to the game, with all those technical difficulties, there are about 3.5 minutes left in the game. Where's the soup? Is the soup done? I got dinner made over here. I got dinner made over here, and I don't got it in front of me. I made a very good steak earlier, like always. I like so kind of my thing for the steak is just kind of you. I don't like putting salt on any of my food. I don't like to cook with salt, but I use steak seasoning, and sometimes that will have salt with it and black pepper. That's all I use. So it's kind of cool to see. I don't need a little table.
The table? You're gonna eat during the live then.
I'm gonna eat during the live.
How would you eat?
All right, back here. We're gonna back it up. I wish you could see what's in front of me right now. This dinner, phenomenal. Looks phenomenal. But yeah, I mean, going back to the game, because that's why all 6,000 of you are here. We're going to talk about what's been going on with Washington. Obviously, poor quarterback play. Obviously, when you don't have. See, obviously, they're back in their own 20-yard line. It's not looking good. Oh, that was a good pass and a really good catch. Yeah, Heineke really hasn't been super on target this entire game, which you would expect. You didn't see him being super on target last year. But with that being said, It's not looking bad, right? Really not looking bad at all. But I don't know. It is what it is, as they would say. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag? You're original. Can I be a... Oh, they tussling over there. With the new taunting rule, I do wonder what I'll do to fights because they instituted a new taunting rule so that you can't like get in somebody's face like after you make a tackle or something like that. I wonder what that's gonna do to fights because that's technically not taunting, right? A fight is something different. Now, if you taunt and then get into a fight, you can get in trouble for the taunting, but you can't get in trouble for the fight. That'd be something else. Who knows? Second and 8 with a minute left. Just out here making wild claims. And another good pass. Terry McLaurin is looking really good in this game. Wonder what kind of numbers he's putting up in this game. I mean, their quarterback really hasn't been super, not only not accurate, but he's just been really inconsistent. I mean, far it's almost a second quarter. And he has yet to throw the ball really like super far down the field in terms of yards. But I mean, it's only 7-0. Their defense is really helping. I was Antonio Gibson with a pretty good chunk of change on 1st and 10 with 30 seconds left. Pretty much almost to their 50-yard line. So, interesting. Now that's a soup. That's a soup. Listen, forget football. This is the Food Network. What do you think this is? What do you think this is? Oh, 2nd and 5. Terry McLaurin about a yard short. Tackled down by the Giants middle linebacker Blake Martinez. Yikes. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. I mean, so far, not just talking about Zena wants the Giants to win. Yeah. Well, I mean, at this point, I don't know if they are going to win because I don't know what Taylor Heineke's going to look like in this. Not the second quarter, but the second half. It's weird. What commercial was that? Junkie. You want to get over here? You want to get on the line? Yeah, all right, all right. So, Buffalo Wild Wings. If you do go to Buffalo Wild Wings though, and you get a burger, I I don't get it. Now, they're a solid question would be, I have no idea what kind of soup this is. You think I know these things? It's a mishmash of whatever.
It's a roasted tomato soup.
It's a roasted tomato soup. Like, how could you not know that, you know? Well, when it does come to Buffalo Wild Wings, if you go to Buffalo Wild Wings and you get anything other than wings and wings, beer, fries,
You're not here.
I don't know what else you doing there. That's
That's all that's good there.
that's a call for you being like removed from the establishment. In my opinion. In my opinion. You know? Another Venom movie. I didn't see that first one, but
I don't like that.
the special effects look pretty good. And also that actor, what's his name? Ed Hardy, I believe it is. Really good. Really good actor. We got a
Burger for
we
you?
got a flying saucer right here.
Naan bread. Don't chew in my mind.
Nice. 3rd down and 1 with Washington holding the ball right now. I mean, it'll be interesting. I'll say that. how the rest of this game kind of goes. I wonder if Taylor Heineke's going to start heating up or not. And I don't think they got it there. No, I think they got stopped. To start off the second quarter, not the best look. They're going to have to mark that down. Yeah, they're down. They're short. Short of that first down. Not a good look. I mean, they're definitely getting good looks, but I don't know. They really do have to rely on their running back this game. Fourth and 1. They got that. They got that first down. That's not a bad look at all. Not a bad look at all. You know? I mean, as I'm sitting here, I'm thinking about what this game would look like if they were playing a top level team like the Chiefs or something like that. They've done well with having that front seven, or especially that defensive line of the Washington football team. The Giants' offensive line, now with an injured player, has looked pretty good. So it'll be interesting to see how they do the rest of the game. But as of right now, interesting. That's all I'm going to say. And as we go and start off the second half, we're going to be looking at, I mean, right now, 9 plays, almost 60 yards with over 5 minutes time of possession. Part of that was just them running out clock to end that first quarter, but it's definitely looking to be an interesting game. You know? And I mean, as you go further along in the season, this you got to remember this season, first time in NFL history, it's going to be 17 games instead of just 16. It's going to be 17 instead of just 16. And as a result of that, what is that going to do to position groups, skill positions, quarterbacks? What is that going to do? Are they going to be able to last super long? Because we know how physical it is on that offensive line, and there's so many injuries right there. That even during a 16 game season, it's a lot of load on them. But will there even be a difference during a 17 game schedule? I'm not sure. I really don't know. Oh, Taylor Heineke backing up, looking to make a big throw into tight coverage right there. Terry McLaurin is very good at football. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna go out there and say that. Oh, ooh, right against James Bradbury, probably the best cornerback for the New York Giants. Scary Terry for you. That's Scary Terry. Man. Now there's what? They're about 10 yards out from the end zone. Terry McLaurin. Right there. Right there. Good ball. Good catch. Game tied up right there. That'll do it to you. That'll do it to you. At home, jumping into the. Wow. COVID. Yikes. I did not realize both teams are 0-1. Interesting tidbit of information. I mean, yeah, right there. Pretty much a deep slant. Yeah. I mean, that safety could have moved over a little bit more. But when you're that close in the end zone and you know they're going to throw it and you know they have a number one wide receiver as good as McLaurin, it's kind of hard to telegraph if they're going to go anywhere else, you know? Like, obviously, that's going to be their first option. But Do you double him in that situation? What do you do? It's interesting. Woody Harrelson watching this next Venom movie. It's Woody Harrelson, bro. Yeah, should be interesting. Football is, huh? Woo woo. Interesting. What commercial it is for? Football is for everyone. Hmm.
Nice.
The strongest players on each team. Well, top players just defensively for the Giants. Will start off. James Bradbury, their cornerback. He's the guy who guards the receivers. I would personally say him. This is going back to even last year. He might have been the best player on their team once Saquon got injured. He was absolutely phenomenal. He was in the running for one of the best players on that defense. Can you text my father? He's asking what happened. He's asking what happened over here. But you look at that defense last year, they're not really bad defense, and James Bradley was a huge part of that. And then on the offensive side, it's definitely last year. You can't really say Evan Ingram, their tight end, because he wasn't really that healthy all season. But just looking at them without Saquon, you could have made a strong case for Sterling Sharp, one of their wide receivers. So should be interesting. Should be interesting to see. And then on that other side of the ball, you just got to look at kind of what's going on in the. You got to look at. Sorry, I'm on another stream. We got multiple things going on. Let's see. Let's see if we're live right now. Yeah, we're live. Yeah, we're good. Oh, we're good. I love hearing a little echo from myself. It's always good to hear that. You gotta love it. Now, tied game going. Yeah. Oh, I'm Liberty Live out here. Liberty Live out here. There's this one person that I live with, and they're always talking in a New York, like a Brooklyn accent in certain situations. And it's questionable because I don't think they've spent more than a week in New York combined in their entire lives, but all of a sudden they got a New York accent. They talk to their friends, but only certain words. Only certain words are in a certain accent. Like they'll be like, "Yeah, like I don't really know if you're gonna talk." Like it's like every other word you're from a different borough. Like what are we doing? Are we walking here or are we walking here? That's what I want to know. Every other word. Back to the game. Back to the game. Yeah, some good non bread. Okay. The real question is, what do you know about that? What do you know about that good non bread? Nothing. As we get back to the game, 3rd and 3. Little under 11 minutes to go until halftime. I really don't know. I might do a halftime show for you once this, at the rate this is going with the technical difficulties. You never know. You never know. You never know. Yeah, that's a sack. like I said earlier in the game, it took a little while for the defense to heat up. But I mean, now they're cooking. Daniel Jones, after losing that offensive lineman, like really isn't able to get that kind of protection that he wants. But I don't know. I think that's Jonathan Allen who got that got that sack. Just ragdolled him. Good lord. Yeah. So they're gonna have to get get a good field position there in terms of Washington. Uh, are you serious? Oh, DraftKings. Oh, I forgot to say. Can I have my phone? With a phone at? With a phone. With a phone. With a phone. Betting. Gambling. Because we all know I'm an addict, right? Like, I have not gambled or placed any bets or any wagers in a couple weeks. I think last time I put down a bet, it was the NBA Finals, like Game 5 or Game 6. Couple that was months ago. So I mean, now looking back at kind of my gambling history, not a lot of success there, but I do like living in Pennsylvania. That's one of the reasons why, because you're able to do the mobile betting and that kind of stuff, and it's fun, it's interesting, and it gives you an added a vested interest. You could bet a dollar, 50 cents on a thing, and it just gives you a little bit more reason to pay attention, and it's fun. You're like, oh, I won, I bet 50 cents and I won $1.75 or something like that, just like on a silly, and it's not like based on the winner, loser, whatever. It's based on, or it can be, I should say, can be based on if a player has a certain amount of points, or if a player runs for a certain amount of yards, or if a player has a touchdown, or if both teams score a certain amount of points by halftime. There's a bunch of different ways that you could do it, and it just makes it that much more fun, in my humble opinion. And so it's one of the reasons why I like to do it. I don't do it a lot, just because it's so much stuff that you have to like research, and then you're like, am I losing money? Like, do I bet the 401k on this one because like it's a lock? And then once you do that, then it steamrolls into, okay, every week I gotta put this in, I gotta do, and then so that's why I've kind of stayed away from it for the amount of time that I've been staying away from it. And yeah, I really do gotta let y'all know a little inside secret. Oh, back to the action in the NFL. 9:47 left in the first half. First and 10. We got. They're gonna pass the ball out there to the right to their running back, fullback. What position was that? Number 82. Who's that? Number 82 for the Washington football team. Unnecessary roughness on the offense. That's always a weird one. It's always a weird one because they're either doing something egregious or it's just misinterpreted. Oh, that's helmet to helmet. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's a no-no. That's CTE right there. That's concussions right there. That's that's turning off the lights. That's You haven't paid your electric bill since May 8th. It's August right now, okay? Your lights are off. That's what that is. I thought that was a really good joke. I thought that was a good joke. Yeah, night night. Night night. Sorry, you getting evicted next month. What do you want me to do? You got to pay your bills. And in the NFL, you got to keep your helmet to yourself. Helmet to the self. And now with about a minute left to go, 2nd and 22. Yikes. Taylor Heineke really hasn't played terrible. He started off pretty bad, but he's just with the throws that are more than 10, 15 yards down the field. He just hasn't been accurate. He's been kind of overthrowing a lot of throws that are over the top of his receivers, but then also if they're moving left to right laterally, he's either throwing them behind them most of the time or sometimes in front. And it's just he's kind of all over the place. But and that goes to the point of there's a big difference between a top level quarterback and just a backup quarterback. And on 3rd and 22, they dump it off to Jordan McKissick. So yeah, not much you could really do there after exactly what happened that last, literally the play before. Taylor Heineke tried to air it out, but wasn't looking too good. And so that's where you can kind of end up. And so I think that's one of the reasons. I don't know if they talked about it in the pregame, but one of the reasons why I was kind of leaning towards Washington was because of that defensive line. But now watching the game, I didn't realize how big of a drop off it would be from Fitzpatrick to Taylor Heineke. It's just really, really interesting how big of a difference it makes in this league. Just something to consider, you know? Wow. Not a bad punt. Almost down to the 20. Chase Young comes into the game. I don't know if I ever got to watch. I did. I have been there when Chase Young played in college, and I actually had a class with Will Fries, and he was an offensive lineman. And the game against Ohio State here or there in State College, he matched up against Chase Young on the edge. And Chase Young absolutely obliterated, right? He was just unstoppable. Will Fries looked looked like he was just like learning how to play football out there. That's how good Chase Young was. And I sat next to him in class and I asked him, I was like, so what well no, I never really asked him specifically. I was just kind of like, so like what's it like to play in like that atmosphere? So many people. He's like, it's fun. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And I was like, great answer, man. Just riveting. Riveting journalism on my part. And one of the things that I did realize about going to a big college like that is that the athletes are just pretty much there to just they seem wiped out all the time. All the time. I had a class with Trace McSorley and a bunch of other football players, and they're just pretty much there to just be in class to just sit there and then because probably right after that they're going to some kind of film study. They're gonna go look over, they're gonna go tutor, they're gonna go do homework, or they're gonna go to practice. They have to go to the weight room. Like they have a full schedule regimented out. And so just to see them in their class like that is it's interesting to see because they live almost a completely different life to any other student. Like I obviously had a job while I was at school the last couple years, but their schedule was much more regimented. They had to wake up super early, go to practice, weight lift, then go to class, and then come back from class, tutor, go to like study hall, and eat. And they got so much stuff to fit into their schedule. It's pretty insane what they have to do. But if it works out, it works out. Now Giants. I apologize for my assistant, my secretary, being a little disruptive. For you guys who are listening right now, I know there's a bunch of stuff going on in the periphery, in the background, but just with this game and Daniel Jones, when you have a great defensive line that the Washington football team has, you just have to look straight ahead, look at your receivers, look who's open, and see who's open. And the same thing applies to when you're trying to do something for the first time and you got somebody who's talking about you eating in front of a mic. Eating in front of a mic. Daniel Jones with a first down run. I think I might do the rest of it like this. It's a nice background I got right here, right? Your boy looks good. Your boy looks good. And Daniel Jones, as we've seen in this game, a lot of the success that he's had has been running. Now 3rd and 1, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw him run again. Saquon really hasn't been too involved in this game, which is interesting. I do wonder what the plan going forward for Saquon will be, if they're going to try and work him back slowly. And then by the end of the season, towards the end of the year, like week 12 onwards or something like that, he's getting 30 touches a game. I don't know. I don't know what the plan is, but that would be really interesting to see, you know. Hmm. Oh, Panthers Texans next week. Wow. That should be an interesting game. Yeah, you know, I wouldn't be surprised to see Carolina win that one next week. But talking about this week, oh wow. What a handoff. Huh? No, you don't have to heat it up. Thank you though. No, thank you. This game so far has been kind of kind of a snooze fest, other than kind of that first quarter with Daniel Jones kind of running it in. Oh, Saquon Barkley out on the edge. Oh, he's not able to get that first down, but it'll be 2nd and short. About 6.5 minutes left in the half. I will be interested as he takes a big hit from, I believe, Montez Sweat. That was, yeah. 2nd and 1. Looks a little bit more than a yard, but oh, Daniel Jones, a great option play. Oh, that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. Wow. Wow, what a play call. There's a flag on the play, though. Oh, if that gets called back, that's not good. Wow. That's a great fake or option by Daniel Jones. What happened? Oh. That's definitely holding. Dang. Holding him by his shoulder pads. Maybe by his jersey. Can't do that. Can't do that.
Damn, you holding good.
Oof.
I mean, he didn't have to hold him so hard.
No, he definitely didn't have to hold him.
He was already going to the left.
He just more had to be in the way.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, what happened? It fell?
No, I think what happened on that play is He was just able to get a hand in it. That's what happened there. You know.
Too much.
Ooh, what's the flag on that? I mean, 6 minutes left, and now the flags are starting to come out. Defensive pass interference. Let's see this. Yeah, a little bit of holding. Yeah, like they're saying on the broadcast, he was trying to break it out, and he held him. I mean, slightly he held him, but I don't know if I would have called that. It's hard to say, but I mean now 1st and 10, pretty much on the 12-yard line in the red zone. I really don't know. 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8. There goes Saquon with another 0. They have not found success when Saquon's been running the ball. Yeah. 138 rushing yards. Most of that, at least it feels like most of that's been done by Daniel Jones. That's what it feels like because this guy Saquon Barkley is not it, brother.
We are.
Yeah, we are not Penn State, bro. Yeah, we are buns. That's what we are. All right, now for the rest of the game, I'm gonna nap. No, you thought you could pull a fast one on me. Well, guess what? I'm pulling a fast one on you because I'm actually going to sleep now. The stream is over. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I mean, I'm gonna be on this mic spitting hot fire until basically midnight because that's how long this game is gonna take. I mean, what time is it right now? It's 9:30. 9:30 right now. We got probably it. It's not even halftime yet. It's gonna be pretty much 10 o'clock once it hits halftime, most likely. So, I mean, as of right now, 10-7 in favor of the Giants right now over the Washington football team. But that drive was set up by that Daniel Jones option run, but it was brought back. But then he was able to get back in it by that pass interference. So it was kind of offsetting penalties in a way. But I mean, overall in this game, it's been a little bit of back and forth. Obviously, early on, it wasn't it was it's kind of what we're looking at right here. I want to see this again on that touchdown play. Yeah, by Daniel Jones. What's up? I'm good with what?
Your volume.
The the volum, the aluminum. Okay, sweet.
Giants winning.
Yeah, Giants are definitely winning. You want to hop on the mic or not? Yeah, I've been on the mic. Come on. Stop. All right, what we got going on? Whoa, inside. That's not making it to the 20. Oh, God. Yeah, that. Not the best field position after that kickoff. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Like I said, James Bradbury probably the best player on that defense, and he kind of emerged last year as their best defensive player. But oh, wow, get a good big run there, Antonio Gibson. That's. I mean, if they're gonna keep running like that, that's a 10, maybe 11 yard gain right there. Looking a little Daniel Jones esque. What's up? What's up, man? So far, another pass out there to the flat. Not a good look. Those really don't seem to work because the cornerbacks or even the safety who's over there can close in so quick. And then at that point, really feel like it's very, very rare that a receiver is able to catch the ball and then make a move in open space to get past the defender. And while you're doing that, there's going to be another defender who's coming to come over. So it's just it doesn't work all that often. What a nice throw. Oh, Logan Thomas. I think he's their tight end. Yeah. Yeah, Taylor Heineke is the quarterback. Oh, wow. Adam Humphries got helped there by the defender hitting him. You don't see that very often, you know. There to the flat. He'll be able to get there. Oh, he tripped. Wow.
Why is he spitting on his hand?
Why is he spitting on the hand? Is the question that's asked. The reason why he is spitting on his hand is because on his gloves
That's gross.
there's sticky solution, and sometimes it dries out. And the best way to especially during a game, the best way to like kind of reignite it or something to like make it sticky again so it's easier to catch a ball is to just spit on them and just get some kind of moisture.
Sticky
Mm-mm.
gloves.
No. If you look at all players have it.
But they're sticky. I thought they were just like baseball gloves.
No, they have a sticky substance on them that allows you to catch the ball easier
That's
and hold on to it. I mean, you don't have to use them.
Are they regulation?
Yeah, they definitely have to be like that. You can't obviously put like crazy glue or something on them. And I mean, they'll be able to notice that you try and hand the ball to the ref and your glove comes with the ball as well. Like that's usually not the best of looks, right? But but what do I know? I only played a few practices of high school football. I think I really could have done it. I think I could have gone to the next level and been a starting quarterback for one of these teams and played on Sunday.
What?
I got I got the body for it. I got the body type for it. I got great genetics. I mean, if you see me right now, you see how big these shoulders are, right? You see what I'm working with. I could probably put up, I don't know, 250 on a shoulder press right now on a good day. That's 250 kilograms, right? I don't know. I don't know. I wish I had stuck with it. Wish I didn't listen to the noise of the extremely um how do I say this? Men coming into their own. Because at that time they were men. I was a sophomore in high school. They were seniors, and I thought they were 28 years old. I was like, "Yikes! This is not a good place for me." So I decided to do this instead, and look where I am now. Look where I am now. This game has been. I don't want to be disrespectful to either team, but this game has been a snooze fest. It's been back and forth a little bit, but both teams have been able to put together a couple of really good drives. Oh, Antonio Gibson gets tripped up. Wow. I think he got that first down, though.
Yeah, he did.
Wow. Oof. Oof. What? What happened? What are they whistling for?
I don't know.
Are they gonna check the spot? Are they gonna do a sub? What's going on?
Plays under review.
The runner was what? What happened to the runner?
His runner was tripped. Booth review. What does that mean? Oh, they got a review from up top.
They're reviewing it because it's less than 2 minutes and a half. So he trips.
He's crawling.
I think that's a
You
first
can-
down.
You can do that? You can like crawl like that?
He's not touched by anybody.
Oh.
No, he is. That's a first down.
That's a first down.
Yeah, it's.
He was short, they're saying.
Huh? He wasn't touched, and he went over the line. It's 10-7. Giants are up right now with about a minute and a half left to go in the first half.
They're saying they're surprised out of all their years of football.
Yeah, I mean the announcers are saying they surprised. I'm surprised. They're acting up. That's what they're doing. What the bunch of hoopla, man? You know.
Oh. No, he should have went around.
In a situation like that, as soon as you catch the ball, you turn around and you getting plopped. You getting
He
plopped.
should have went around them. He went through them.
Yeah. Sometimes you can only do what you can do. You know. Now 2nd and 4. A nice little pass. I think that's Terry McLaurin again. Man. Man, oh man.
He's hype.
Now that I think they're definitely in the red zone by now.
For sure.
Yeah, the other touchdown pass.
That was the pass?
Yeah, that's the other one to Scary Terry. Alexander Wayne Shaw. You're in here. Long time no see, brother. I mean, it's 10-7 right now with the Giants up right now. But Washington is in the red zone right now, pretty much on the 10-yard line.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, now they're pretty much on the 4-yard line with second. It's not 2nd and goal though, but they probably have 4 yards to go to a first down. But they should probably try and score before halftime, so they go into halftime with a lead. Because if they come out of here with just a field goal, they just tie it up. I don't know. That's got to kind of deflate you going into halftime. Because if you're the coach, you're gonna be like, "Yo, what's going on with you? What's going on with y'all?" You know. So they got to make a stand right here, right now. This drive, Taylor Heineke 7 of 7 for 66 yards. Wow, he's really heating up. Taylor Heineke, he's gonna run for it, and he's short. He's short. Wow, what a save by that D lineman Leonard Williams for the Giants. Heineke tried sneaking by it for a little bit, but
Wow, he really could have. Wow, he almost did. He's just not fast enough.
he's lucky that that ball didn't get taken out of his hands. Ooh, wow.
He might be Washington's game.
Well, I mean, they have to score at some point. Look at how many people are crowding that line. Giants? Yeah, Giants
Of
took a
course.
timeout. Timeout. He's coming.
I'm surprised he's using all his timeout. Is it the last time of the quarter?
Yeah, it resets after halftime. Yeah, the NFC East will be interesting this year. You don't really have. You would expect the Cowboys to win that division, but they'll find a way to screw it up.
Oh, look at that drone.
Yeah, they be flying. They be flying.
Has anybody ever run into it? Like the football players?
Probably. One of the things I always wonder about with that floating cam is somebody throws a ball and hits it, right? Like you would expect somebody to hit it with the football, right? Um, like
Mm-hmm.
in terms.
Oh, touchdown.
Who was that? 41. Oh, JD McKissick. Wow. Mick. Oh, JD McKissick. Sorry, not McKissick. Good catch. They
Yeah, they're high.
they hyped over there in Washington. Listen, one thing I do got to say about Washington D.C. Good hotels. Good hotels. Airports can't really say the same. We got stranded in coming back from a nice Labor Day weekend. Got stranded over there in the lovely city of Washington D.C. Got delayed twice on our flight, and we had to take the lovely United Airlines flight the next day. I missed a day of work, and life be like that sometimes, you know. I mean, look at that score drive: 12 plays, 84 yards. Heineke 7 of 7 with that touchdown pass. I mean, really looking good. Really looking good. He's starting to heat up, and I don't know. I really don't know how this game is going to turn out. JD McKissick first in targets last year, second in receptions for running backs. That's an interesting stack. I was thinking of getting him for one of my fantasy leagues because I was able to see him there, but I didn't end up getting him. Regretting that decision now. Now for a kickoff by the great Washington football team.
Oh.
And that's inside.
Wow.
They got over 20
Wow. You got
at past the 20-yard line. 15 teams with new quarterbacks. Wow. It's a lot of movement. And well, I shouldn't say wasn't, but one of the biggest storylines was Matthew Stafford for the Rams. I was not surprised by how well he played. He is, he's pretty good. Now, as we head into halftime, it's going to be a long bit of a break. And so, as a result, I'm going to head to the bathroom. So, if my trusty sidekick wants to hop on the mic, say a couple things, speak their mind, if they want to do anything, I know it's not time to bring out the special guest, right? But thank you for the security deposit, Alex. Interesting timing. See. But yeah, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. I'm not ending the stream because I don't want to have to put up a whole new stream. So it's just gonna be live. And if you see anybody other than me on the mic, show some love. Show some love. All right. That message is for the people who joined the stream. The the hunchback. The hunchback. All right, I'll be back.
Those are the keep keeping your. Why don't you, Zach? Why don't you mute it? My sister, hop on the mic. Hop on the mute it. You mute it. No, mute it. Mute it. Mute it. Please mute it. No, my sister.
Would you look at this? I am back. And I'm better. And I want you bad as ever. Bryson Tiller. Great quote. And it really speaks to what we're going through in this moment right now. And I do want to take a second to thank my sponsors. Thank you. Those were all of my sponsors. Because I do not have any sponsors. Because I'm not going to sell out. I'm not going to sell out my brand. Trust me, I got people calling left and right. There may be some Apple, maybe some Google, maybe some, yeah, BetterHelp, Headspace, Talkspace. That's an interesting one. Like, how close to another name can you really get? Like, there's Headspace. Like, if there was spaghetti and pasta, like, it's obviously not the same thing. Like, there was a company named Spaghetti and another name Pasta. Maybe that's a really bad example. And to kind of transition out of that one, I'm just gonna completely go left field because I'm trying to think. Like if there was a company called Lego and another company called Let's Go. I mean, that's pretty close, right? But anyways, Headspace, Talkspace, very similar names. Literally half of the name is the exact same thing, right? And got a dip. Got a dip. All right. All right. Thank you very much for coming in, swinging by. Huh? It's not today though. And I just want to give a special shout out to a very special someone, and that someone is Maria. Happy birthday, bro! Happy birthday! Ding, 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 ding. I don't know if she's in the stream. One of the things about this is I can't see who's in the stream. I just see there's one person and one like. We got to get those likes up here. If we're gonna compete with mainstream media, the fake news media, we're gonna have to get our streams and our likes up there. There should be at least 4.6 million in this stream right now, and I'm looking to about 630K likes. That's kind of what I'm aiming for just tonight. Next week, okay, we can talk about next week. Yeah, obviously we would like to have an increase in terms of viewership, but I think a solid start is around 4.5 million people on the stream right now with about 630K likes. I think that's doable for our first stream. I only have 2 subscribers, and one of those is myself. And so I really feel as though my reach on this specific platform. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate you doing your part. And by your part, I also do appreciate you sending me the security deposit because 18 Emmys, NFL films. Hard Knocks. Yes, Hard Knocks. Yeah.
Who is that?
Hard Knocks is they follow around.
Oh, the Colts.
Oh, in season with the Colts. Wow. Oh, wow. That's really cool. So Hard Knocks is they follow around like a team specific. In the past it was before the beginning of the season through training camp and stuff like that. They would have a camera crew follow around an NFL team. Yeah, during the preseason and stuff like that. So like this year they did it with the Dallas Cowboys, and last year they did it with
Oh, first ever in season.
Yeah, that's why I was so surprised by it. I would Yeah, with the Colts, my dad's favorite team, exactly. It will be interesting to see like the difference between, obviously if you've seen Hard Knocks, you see how like regimented it is in the off season. to now having a team in season because like I don't know how many what they do during the off season is a lot of jokes and a lot of pranks and stuff like that. Like if you're gonna lose another game, are we going to win this Saturday? Are you kidding me? We're going up against Auburn, as in we. I'm talking about we are, and as we are, I mean we Penn State, we Penn State. We come close, but we're not going to win this Saturday. I don't think so. I really don't think that Penn State's going to win this upcoming Saturday. I don't know what I have to back that up, but honestly, I don't trust Sean Clifford with anything. Let's say, for example, I had $6.38 to go buy a sandwich. Let's say I'm going to Starbucks to get one of their sandwiches because that's what they're known for. And I have $6.38. I'm not giving it to Sean Clifford because I'm worried that he's going to throw an interception with my money. That's the kind of trust level that I have with that quarterback. And so, as a result of me not trusting it with my Starbucks sandwich money, I'm going to have to go with Auburn. Maybe John Dotson does something crazy. He has a really good game. Maybe Noah Kane runs for 150 yards, but I don't see it. If I get proven wrong, I don't know. I'll drink a whole bottle of hot sauce. How about that? I'll drink the whole bottle of hot sauce. Not record it, not anything like that, but I'll just drink it straight up in private, and you'll have to take my word for it. Well, uh, uh, Bloomingdale's. What, what's that? Is that a
Store. It's like a big store, like a Nordstrom, but more fancy.
more fancy than Nordstrom? Wait a second. Oh, cookies and cream Hershey's, the best Hershey's.
Yeah.
Very good. Very high quality. Very high quality. Well, they're doing halftime right now. During halftime, so they're in the damn Daniel Jones. This guy Daniel Jones is carrying the team on his back right now. Let's do our periodic. Yeah, 14-10. Definitely a good first half. At points it was kind of dead. It was interesting, but I don't know. 18 points for Scary Terry. 6.4 for Saquon Barkley. We gotta stop this. We have to stop this. I said this to a bunch of other people in Steeler Nation. I said I would most likely drop Saquon Barkley, and the amount of people who texted me, they're like, "Are you really gonna drop him?" Because I'll pick him up on the waiver wire. Like, if you're really thinking about releasing him and dropping him, like I'll definitely pick him up. I'll definitely pick him up off the waiver wire. But obviously I was joking. They don't understand sarcasm, and so I was hurt. I was hurt that they think that I would just part ways with Saquon Barkley. Now I might not make him my starting running back, but I I don't think I'm gonna release him from my team. I feel like he's gonna start getting more touches and a lot more action as the season goes on. Like he 2 games in, he's not feeling 100%, I would assume, and so he's just trying to work himself back into shape, right? So, I mean, 1st and 10 started the second half. Let's see what they do right here. Daniel Jones only 8 of 11 for 65 yards, but he's felt like he's played much better than that as he just throws a dart right over the middle to Sterling Shepard for another first down. Like, Daniel Jones been the better quarterback in this game. I know you can look at numbers and look at Taylor Heineke, but throughout this whole game, in terms of passing and running, it's been pretty much just been straight Daniel Jones. And it's interesting as he steps back into the pocket. Nice little check down right there. Only getting a couple yards. Couple yards. Christina Pink. On, oh, yeah. Mm. Oh, Chase Young offsides. Yeah. I thought Chase Young was offsides right there. Yeah. Chase Young offsides right there. But what are you looking at, Chase Young? He's like, what? He knew that was him. Jones with a keeper. Man, he is hurting them with that run game. Whew. Wow. He's been pretty much helping them so much in this game. He's played really well. Played really well, especially on these option plays. He's been playing his little heart out. 10 and 13, 85 yards, probably just as much in rushing yards as he has in passing yards. He's played super well. And then there's Saquon with just a god awful run after the catch right there. He did catch it, but he didn't do too much after it. You got to turn upfield there. You can't keep going side to side. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Saquon. Saquon. Catch the ball now. You're too close, man. Oh, Saquon. Oh, God. You're not able to run inside with this defensive line, Giants. Don't start now. Dude, this is funny. This is funny. Yeah. Not looking too great for the good guys. Not looking good for the good guys. Yeah, that's not a first down. But there's a flag. What's up? Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Saquon is. I don't know if it's just because he's coming off of his injury and he just doesn't look good, or if it's the offensive line just isn't able to move defenders out of the way. I really don't know. Even with their 6 penalties, Washington still doesn't look bad. The defensive line is making a big difference late in the second half. Oh, Saquon. What's that, a loss of 6? What's it now? Second down or whatever. There's a toss to the outside right there. Yikes. Saquon at this moment in time is looking overrated. 2nd and 16. Got a long way to go. Long way to go. That's a bad check down. That's a bad check down. Wow. Now Saquon on the sideline looking pretty upset. I mean, he really in this game has not played good. I'm looking at my fantasy squad right now. Not looking the best. Not looking the best. I don't know why I started him. Another underneath route to Darius Lynn. Interesting. Yeah, so far this game is just a. Really hasn't been too much excitement other than seeing Daniel Jones kind of run the ball. And then Taylor Heineke playing well in spurts. He's been kind of inconsistent. Terry McLaurin has probably been the best player in this game. He's pretty good at football. So that's what you could expect. What? I was watching the commercial. I'm sorry. Oh, here's Baker Mayfield with his. I do understand that Progressive is actually located inside of the city. Sean McVay in a Campbell's Chunky Soup commercial. That's something you don't see every day. What's up? Oh. I was like, these are just good commercials, man. Just pretty solid commercials. I don't know. That's a Pizza Hut commercial on right now. Um, dang, we got what is that? The White House, the Capitol? I'm not sure what that is, but it looks good. Whatever it is, I know it's in Washington D.C. Hmm. Wow. That Washington Super Bowl was many, many years ago. Many years ago. And Doesn't look like they're going to get back there anytime soon, which is unfortunate for them, you know? There's a nice kick right there to pretty much the 1 yard line. What's a flag on that play for? Flag down and kind of looking reg. Boom. I don't wanna. As we get back into the game, 1st and 10, 9 minutes left. A nice little screen out to Terry McLaurin. He got a couple yards. Really not bad at all. I'm really not playing bad at all. Nine starting QB since 2018. 3 years. Yikes. Not the best of looks. Not the. I am. Alex, you have him on your team. Very interesting, I must say that. Well, folks, as literally as soon as I say that, somebody new joins the stream. Thank you very much for joining the stream and leaving the stream. Darn, dude! At one point, we were at 3 people in this at one time. See how big my hands look too. They're like giant next to my head. If I keep my hands like this, right next to my head, I'm holding my hands right next to my head. They're just giant hands. All right, but I d- ladies and gents, and by ladies and gents, I mean Alexander. And if you are, or if you do happen to be watching on Patreon, this is live streaming also on Patreon, not just on YouTube. But I'm going to sign off for the night. There's 7.5 minutes left in the third quarter. I did not realize that I would want to go to sleep halfway through this game because that's how abhorrent both of these teams' performances are. Quarterback play by Daniel Jones hasn't been as bad as I had expected, especially with him running and using his legs. And then with Taylor Heineke, he started off really rough, not looking too accurate, but then kind of tightened things up. Terry McLaurin really helped him out a lot, getting some balls that kind of looked out of place. But other than that, I thought both defenses are good. Specifically with Washington, their defensive line is absolutely ridiculous. It's kind of keeping Saquon in the backfield the entirety of this game, and I think that the secondary, specifically James Bradbury, has been for the Giants has been doing pretty much all he can do in trying to cover Scary Terry, but we all know how that works. Couple of penalties for both teams, not an ideal look, but still interesting game so far. But I'm going to sign off for the night. Thank you for the people who are here right now. That's you, Alex. And then also for the people who came earlier. If you're watching this at a later time, I really hope you enjoy it. Maybe by the time that you watch this, maybe it'll be years down the line, and I'll actually, when I say I have 6 million people watching, maybe I'll have 6 million people watching. Hopefully, one day that can happen. But as of right now, you got to deal with it, man. You got to deal with it. And I'm super excited that I even get the opportunity to do this. So thank you for tuning in. And to my future self, you still look good. You still look good. You still look good. Have a good night, Alex. And everybody else. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Enjoy the rest of the game. I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. Good night.